Hello, welcome to inviting to essential oil classes or events. So we've learned about how to invite or set up an appointment with someone when you're doing a one-on-one. So we're going to talk about also doing events or classes. So the first question is, should I do appointments or classes? Is one more effective than the other? How do you get started? Well, initially, what I would recommend when you get started is that classes are a great way to leverage your time. So you could sit and teach 5 people in an hour, hour and a half, or you could do one-on-one appointments, and that would be around 5 hours. So it does leverage your time. However, you need to also recognize yourself and your skills, and if you are fearful of getting up in front of a class and you're just not going to schedule them, then by all means do appointments. But it is an easy way to leverage your time by getting as many people as you can to be able to come to those classes when you're initially starting your business. So I do recommend doing classes, and the approach is very similar when you're inviting to classes. But also know that if people are not able to come to a class, that your fallback would be setting up that appointment. So here's basically what you can do. Oh, and I did also want to mention that you will be tracking your contacting, like who you've contacted and who set up an appointment, who's enrolled. You'll be tracking all that information, and that information will give you valuable data that you can make good decisions with. So for instance, you might be seeing that you are doing classes and your enrollment rate at classes is 20%. You have 10 people come, 2 people enroll on average when you do classes, and you might discover that every time 90 to 100% of people that you meet with one-on-one, that they actually enroll. And so you have a better enrollment rate when you do one-on-ones. And so that can mean 2 things. It could mean that you are just really good at doing one-on-ones, and that you should probably stick to doing that and doing more of those. Or it could give you a sign that you could improve, a place that you can improve on your classes if you really want to be doing classes, and that you could be setting goals to improve that enrollment rate in a class, and so that you're leveraging your time a little bit better when you're doing a class. But even 2 enrollments with 10 people is still good for the amount of time that you spend. So you will be collecting data to make wise decisions as you're moving forward, but right now I would recommend doing those classes. You could do several classes and find hosts that will host your classes, as well as doing the one-on-one appointments. Also with that, if you have people that aren't local or close to you that would be coming to a class and you wanted to do something online, just know that we have technology and we can do that. And you can reach out to your upline to help you with that type of class, whether it's a Skype class, a Zoom class, it could be a Facebook class. Just know that there's other ways of teaching people, but inviting them to this is what we're talking about here, is the script. And so you'll follow the exact same script for inviting and setting up an appointment. You'll just want to change that it's a class or an event, it's online or whatever. And also know that if they say, no, I can't make it at that time, you'll want to fall back on, well, usually what I do with those who want to come but can't make it is set up an appointment that fits both our schedules. Are you open to that? And then go ahead and set up the appointment. So here's the script for inviting friends to a class. Again, we're following the same pattern. I'll just go ahead and read through it so you can feel what it sounds like being the receiver on the other end of that phone call. So, hi, Stacy. Did I catch you at a bad time? No, not at all. I know I'm totally calling out of the blue, but I wanted to get your thoughts on something. I'm starting my own business selling essential oils, and as part of my learning process and getting started in general, I've set up some events for people I know. And I just want to go over what you'd want to know about essential oils and the most popular products. This is so I can get comfortable presenting. And you don't have to buy anything if you don't want, but if you do see something that you like, of course, I'll help you get it. And my part takes about 40 minutes. Do you already have plans for that day? And if they say no, then you're going to say, oh, great, will you come? And if they say yes, then you'll go ahead and fall back to usually what I do is set up an appointment. So also, as you're new and you're even not new, that you might come along people who would make for good hosts that either have that personality, they can get people together, they enjoy doing that, they might want to do you a favor, they're influential in some way, but you might have your list of people that you're looking at and saying, hey, you know what, these are some of the people that would be really good at hosting a class. And so this would be the invitation to them. I'll just go ahead and read it through so that you can feel how easy it is for you to receive, that it's not weird or pushy or anything like that. Hi, it's Stacy. Did I catch you at a bad time? No, not at all. I know I'm totally calling out of the blue, but I wanted to get your thoughts on something. I'm starting my own business selling essential oils, and as part of my learning process and getting started in general, I'm trying to set up my first event so I can get comfortable. I'm looking for friends to have 5 to 10 people over so I can practice. I have free gifts for you. You and your friends don't have to buy anything, of course, if you don't want, but if you see something you like, I will help you get it. I just go over what you'd want to know about essential oils and the most popular products. My part takes about 40 minutes. Would you be willing to help me out? Absolutely. Great. I'm trying to book these events in the next 2 weeks. Can we do either this day or this day? And you can go ahead and walk through that. So see how easy that is. It's not weird, awkward, pushy. And so you could get some great events planned through inviting your friends to do that. And then the last script that I want to cover is once you have someone that says, hey, yeah, I'll host a class, because you'll want them inviting their friends in the same format. And so here's the script that I would give them and say, here's what you can say to invite your friends. It works really well, just so that they're not, your friends don't feel like it's some sales pitch or that you're being pushy or anything like that. And you might even walk them through the different parts of it, the agenda, how much time it will take, what they're going to learn, and say, I basically followed this so that they understand what the class is going to be about. So, hey, Susie. So funny story. I've been using some essential oils for a while and been loving them. I don't really know much, so I decided to invite my friend Stacy, who sells them, to come teach a class at my house on this date. She's really nice and only shares things you want to know about essential oils, how to use them, and the top starter oils. You don't have to buy anything if you don't want, but if you see something you like, she can help you get it. The class should take only about 40 minutes. If it goes longer, it's because we're having fun. What do you think? Sure, that sounds fun. Will you come? Absolutely. So that's pretty easy. The different part will be up in the beginning, depending on what their story is. So they may not have, maybe they don't have any oils at all. Maybe they've tried some. Maybe they're curious to learn more. And so they can put that, whatever the actual story is behind that, but using the same script. So I would definitely send that to your host so that they can invite effectively, and tell them that it's great to be able to invite on the phone. But of course, if they need to send this out, they can.